What's up, y'all? Welcome to Melanin Rebirth YouTube channel. I wanted to come here and talk about locks and locks with females. So locks on females, if that makes sense. So as y'all may know, I've been growing on my locks now for 3 years, and a lot has changed with how people view me, how men view me, how women view me. There's been a shift that's gone on with my hair and how people interact with me, more specifically the opposite sex. That's mainly what I'm going to be talking about today. So this video is mainly for the women out there thinking about going to locks, if they're worried about how they're going to be perceived, because I know that is a big thing that a lot of women are kind of concerned about, whether if they vocalize it or not. A lot of women may not, they love the way locks look, but they don't want to make that jump to transition over. And I just want to let you know that if that's something that your heart is telling you to do it. With every decision, look, here's one thing that having dreads and starting dreads from scratch made me realize. Every decision that you make in life, take full responsibility from it. I mean, take full responsibility from it, like for it. Be responsible for any and every choice that you make in life. Own up to it. Okay? Take responsibility for it. But just know that people are going to look at you differently. And for me, it's been a good thing. You know, I've had some haters say, "Oh, you have locks? Ew." Those are normally the females that wear weave and are probably never going to be confident to take the weave out or the wigs out, or stop getting perms and messing up their hair. You know, those are normally what I hear from them. But so far as recently in the last year, things have changed for the better. So I'm going to give y'all maybe 5 or 4 major changes that I've realized from interactions with the opposite sex, but also just people in general. So I remember when I first started out my locks, right? And I'll be going to work or maybe going to the grocery store, and you know, guys, they'll walk up to me and they'll say, "Oh, you're starting out your locks, or you're trying to get locks." I'll be like, "Yeah." You know, so it was a certain kind of guy that would normally come up to me that, you know, they 9 times out of 10 they have locks, or they seem like this kind of spiritual and uplifting kind of guy. You know, the chill ones that are into crystals and sage and incense and poems and stuff like that. So I would get those guys come up to me and say, "Oh, you're starting locks. That's cool." Like, "Yeah, I am. Thank you." And I noticed, like, when my hair got to like right here, that's when I would get even more attention, but it was in a respectful kind of way. So I'd be going to the store, buying groceries, minding my own business, and this guy would come up to me and say, "Oh, I like your locks, queen." I was like, "Oh, thank you." You know, it was kind of weird at first because nobody had never called me, the opposite sex has never called me a queen before, ever. Not until my hair got to like right here. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when guys see that, and it's not going to be every kind of guy, but there are certain kind of guys that will acknowledge you and respect you and admire you for having dreads. I mean, for having locks, for having locks. I've had guys come up to me and say, "Oh, I can't wait till my hair gets that long. Your locks are beautiful." You know? And it was kind of heartwarming because we don't see that many guys coming up. Black females don't see a lot of guys coming up to us commenting about our natural hair. And it's always heartwarming. And, you know, I feel good when a guy comes up to me, or a girl, doesn't matter who it is, and gives me a good compliment about my hair. You know, because at one point I was doubting myself, especially when my hair was up here and it was like all out and stuff like that. It humbled me a lot. But as my hair continues to get longer, I have noticed there's been a different level of respect that the opposite sex and the same sex has for you, especially for having locks. I know there's like a warrior, like, you know, I guess, aura that anybody with locks gives off, but it's very good to have it. All right, so the third thing is, I talked about this in one of my videos about the power of hair or something like that, and there's a pheromone that your hair, that natural hair, lets off, and it's to attract, you know, people to you, whether it's the opposite sex or just people to you in general. And when you're wearing weave or dyeing your hair or even wearing wigs, it blocks off those pheromones from coming out of your hair. So it's just like, let's say when you're around like non-black people, like white girls, and you're close enough to smell their hair, a lot of the times you'll see that their hair has a certain scent to it, you know, and it's kind of hard to smell that on black females that don't have natural hair. So it doesn't matter if you have, let's say if you're a black female, you have natural hair, that's good, because that allows the opposite sex can smell those pheromones off of your hair, and it's a way of attracting people to you without even trying. So I feel like, you know, the culture or the generation before us did a great job of making us forget the power of our hair, the power of having natural hair, by getting perms. Them perms stink, first of all. They stink, and they have a lot of chemicals in it. And it's just like, why are you putting that in your hair? I got perms growing up, and I was just like, why do we have to get perms? Why can't we just put our hair in locks and be fine with that, or just go natural? But my mom, she never wanted that to happen, because she, unfortunately, sorry mom, but she got brainwashed into the idea of getting perms to look like another race, when that's not how it's supposed to be. There are pheromones and smells that our hair releases to attract the opposite sex from us. I mean, to attract the opposite sex to us, sorry. For us. Not from us. I wouldn't hope so. But yeah, to us. So I just want to kind of leave y'all with that. If I know there were people that wanted an update on my hair and how the world has been looking at me and stuff like that, and it's been great. You know, I've been working from home for most of the time, but every time I go out, I do get comments on my hair, and it's a good thing. I feel like it is. And like I said, any female or any male at that's thinking about getting locks, I say do it. I say do it. Do what you want at the end of the day, but if I was in your shoes, I would do it. Yep. And with that being said, I hope to hear from y'all. Leave comments, likes, subscribe to this channel if you like content like this, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.